African folklore. The waterbuck's white circle. It was a warm summer night in sub-Saharan Africa. The sun had disappeared below the horizon. The crickets were chirping, frogs were croaking, and the stars had begun to shine against the beautiful twilight sky. A mother waterbuck and a calf were out grazing in the peaceful savannah. The rains had been good so far that year, and there was an abundance of fresh, healthy food for them to eat. They came across a small tribal hut where paint fumes still lingered in the air. A tribesman had been working hard all day, painting his hut white. At the end of the day, he was exhausted and so tired he forgot to bring the last tin of white paint inside. The mother waterbuck could smell her favourite, most delicious grass, which tasted like pudding. It was growing right next to the tin of paint, and she just couldn't resist heading in that direction for a yummy treat. The clouds rolled in, and the night became very dark very quickly. Suddenly, there was a loud clang. The tribesman jumped out of bed and sped outside. While munching on the patch of juicy grass, the baby waterbuck accidentally knocked over the open tin of paint. The tribesman was furious, and threw the tin after the waterbuck as they quickly trotted away. Their legs carried them as fast as the baby one could run. The mother had to stay behind it to make sure it didn't get lost in the darkness of the night. From the corner of her eye, she noticed the paint tin hurtling through the air, going straight towards her little calf, and in a flash, jumped in the way to protect her baby. The paint tin whacked her firmly on the hindquarters and left a bright white circle around her bottom. The calf was afraid and confused, and didn't know which way to turn for safety. Instead of the mother being angry at the tribesman for throwing the tin of wet paint, she was delighted, and told her calf, "Don't worry, and follow me." The white paint on her rump stood out clearly in the darkness, making the mother waterbuck very easy for her little one to see and follow. The mother knew all the safest paths to take, and before long they met up with a herd who listened intently to their adventurous tale. After much discussion, they agreed it would be a great idea if all of the waterbuck could have a follow me sign, in case of any emergency that arose. That same night, the herd quietly returned to the tribesman's hut and scooped up all the spilled white paint they could find. The tribesman watched silently from his open door as the waterbuck took turns painting white circles on each other. An owl perched in a distant tree was the only other witness to this delightful scene. To this day, all waterbuck in that area have been born with white circles around their tail.